All right, welcome in for the newcomers. Welcome back for those. What are you doing, man?
Oh, man. You don't smell that stinks in here, bro.
What does this stink about?
Oh, the Cleveland Browns performance.
Oh, the
Sunday.
Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
I still smell it. It stinks, man.
It must be the jersey you're wearing.
I'm still rocking it. We're going to get into it.
Hey, he's a diehard fan. You got to love the faithfulness.
I got to. I can't let him hang like that. We'll be into it in a second.
Yep, we will. Anyways, welcome back to the second episode of Basement Banter with the Boys. I'm one of your hosts, Squeak, and Adam Davidson.
Bob Light, you know what it is. Basement Banter with the Boys, episode number 2.
So, thank you for those who watched and supported the first one. I hope you do the same for the second one. And, just to let everyone know, this is sports and only sports.
Only sports. We ain't talking about politics. We ain't talking about social injustice. We ain't talking about COVID.
None of that.
It's sports. That's all we're doing out here today.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to try to hit some new things this week as well.
Yeah, we got a couple new things for you. And again, we're just getting into it. We're getting rolling, so bear with us. Unfortunately, I had sinus surgery over the week, so you're going to catch me dabble in my nose a little bit, blood here and there. Yeah,
Real life happens.
He's like, get away from me, man.
Yeah. All right, so the first one, we have to get into it. It was one of the big games we wanted to see this week. I know you were excited. We all were excited.
I was so excited. And then it was a letdown.
The first quarter happened?
The first series happened. Not the first quarter. The first series happened. Hey, our defense came out, held them to 3. I'm like, okay, this could be a ball game.
Yep.
Then Baker come out. That boy was hurt, man.
Yeah, he was. He was.
From the get-go, he looked like he should not have been out on that field at all because this dude read the defense and decided where he was going before he even hiked the ball.
Yep. That, like you said, the rib, it looked like it affected him. He looked nervous. He looked unsure.
And not only was he unsure, the play calling did not help my man out whatsoever.
No, you're right.
Whatsoever. But let me tell you something here.
All right.
The stats line come to the beating that we received. The stat line was even all the way down. Running, time of possession, pass. Steelers were favored barely in each one. First downs. It amazes me.
It is crazy to think that the stats were that close. Some of that, though, do you think has to do with garbage time? Maybe. I mean, I'm just saying. Watching the game, it didn't look like it was that close at all. So when I looked at the stats, I was shocked. Yeah. I got to give props, and I know you'll talk a little bit more. Steelers D-line, you were coming after them all day long.
I'm going to give some props later in the show, even though I don't want to. But, hey, everyone hating on Baker, leave my guy alone, man. Like, he's been through how many coaches? This is his Hugh Jackson, Greg, Freddie, don't know what he's doing in the kitchen, and now this. He's learning. I mean, he has all those personalities to deal with. He has brought Cleveland into a winning culture, even though it's looking rough for him right now.
Yeah. Hey, it still doesn't, why he threw some of them interceptions, but,
when you got some bruised up ribs and you running from the likes of T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree and all them other boys.
Yeah. Hey, they said they warned him. They know that rib hurts. They're coming for it, and they did.
Yeah, Mama didn't raise no wuss, but Mama raised a dummy. Like, get up out of there and take care of yourself because that one hit they got held up on and got. I was like, get my guy out, man, before he gets broke.
Yeah. What did they bring Case Keenum in the fourth quarter?
I believe so. I was done watching at that point.
At that point, I was done.
I switched over to the Tennessee game.
So, now the other game we want to get into, which was a big hype game as well.
Another dud.
Brady Rodgers. This is the third game between the two. They were 1-1. Actually, the beginning of the game started off all right. Rodgers moved down the field, got him a touchdown, and then
my punishment push-ups came after that because I picked Rodgers to be the guy.
Yep.
But like you said in the punishment push-up video, he threw a touchdown to the wrong team.
To the wrong team. The Bucs defense is actually first in points per game, loud. So they, we got to start respecting them. Gronk got his first touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Of the season.
A Gronk sighting.
Yep. They were actually healthy. Godwin came back. You saw what he did to that offense, so they looked better.
And the rich get richer.
Oh my goodness.
Antonio Brown out of suspension.
What is going on, NFL?
Yeah, I mean, come on, like
we can't. Go ahead.
That's a hurt for fantasy owners on Mike Evans, Godwin, everybody.
Gronk, Brady.
Tom Brady is the beneficiary of all that, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, he really is. Yep.
I mean,
is this turning into Golden State? Like, come on now.
Yeah,
like.
Easy. Tone it down. There's too many stars on one field, even though they'll say that for the Browns also.
So here's our next segment. Give me a second here, guys. Sorry about this.
It's all right. We're working through the kinks.
Yeah, gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah.
Working through the kinks and working through the nosebleeds.
You feeling better though?
I'm feeling all right. Still a little rough. I'm feeling extra better today because we do have some Ohio State football coming up.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. That will be. So our next segment for those is Why You Hating.
Why You Hating?
These are people that were getting hated on, whether it be by us or by just, the public, period.
Yeah, so I got a question for you.
Oh, God.
What we're about to put up on the screen.
Why
are you hating on this man?
I don't want to put him up here, but we
get him up. Put him up. Why are you hating on my guy, Matty Ice?
Listen, Matty Ice. Matty Ryan. It's nothing personal. It was that 3 straight games you had 13 fantasy points or less. Okay, so I went with the trend and said, you're going to be another dud. However, Julio came back healthy. Vikings defense was like, we don't play D.
We don't play D.
Now, Kirk Cousins throwing 3 picks in the first half didn't help, but I did a little hating on Matt Ryan, so my bad.
Yeah.
And he balled out.
I mean, I followed the trend too. I wasn't in agreement that Matt Ryan was going to ball out, but like you said, Julio's out there, it's hard to bet against the man.
Because teams are going to key on Julio, which leaves Calvin Ridley, who's a outstanding receiver himself, and it's just all bad.
All bad. And Todd Gurley is rejuvenated, it seems like, at some points in time.
Yep, he's definitely been balling. So just as much as he asked me a question on why I was hating, I have to ask him this question. Why you hating on the Steelers?
Because I hate them. That's why. Because I hate the Steelers.
It's in your blood?
I hate them. And I got to give them props, but man, do I hate them. Like,
listen, I also like the Browns too, but I was just objective about it and picked the Steelers.
That score hurts me so much. And I had to eat my words to all those Steelers fans out there. I've been getting so many comments of, hey, you got room on the show for a Steelers fan? Don't worry, week 17, we're going to have you brought in, and we're going to let you speak your piece.
Yep.
But until then, good luck against Tennessee.
Got to give the man props. He's still out here repping Browns, and he's also giving you guys some love,
Till the day I die.
It's just in his blood. So then the next one is pretty much why everyone was hating on the San Francisco 49ers.
I was on that bandwagon.
I was hating too.
America was on that bandwagon.
Yep.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you hate on them?
Yep.
They came out and
got beat by the Dolphins, which my favorite team, love it, but they ain't that good in my opinion.
No, and they shit the bed the week before. I mean, Jimmy G got pulled.
Yep.
At halftime. What do you have? You was telling me earlier.
It was 2 interceptions, 7-17. That's by halftime. Anyways,
and for those, if you can't see that, that's Hey Kittle Kittle right up the middle. Hey Diddle Diddle Kittle up the middle.
Doing a Gronk spike afterwards.
Yeah, that little.
Yep. They're full of injuries. Like you said, they came off a bad week. Everyone was hating, and rightfully so. But you know what? They showed, hey, we got fight in us.
I'm still going to probably be hating this weekend. Who they got this weekend? We're going to get to that later, but...
Oh, you don't like their bad...
Could I be hating again?
You could be. We'll see.
Why you hating?
But hey, props to you guys for bouncing back, beating a tough Rams team. So...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it coming.
You didn't see it coming?
I didn't see it coming. The Rams, they were too good. I mean, they were playing great.
Anyways, shout out.
I gave them the shout out last week for going to the East Coast. The Rams.
Yeah, you did. All right, so this next segment, we called it Run Pass. We're actually going to switch it up to RPO. And for those that aren't familiar, RPO means Run Pass Option.
What we going to do with it?
We got a helmet here full of 6 different, sorry, give me a second here.
different topics. Questions.
Yeah, different questions, different topics. We don't know which order they're going to come in. We're either going to pass on them.
And pass it straight to the trash can over there.
Yep, make sure you make it this time.
Stop. They saw last week I switched that.
Or we're going to run with the subject and talk about it.
Yes, sir.
First up, notice the Browns helmet still.
Of course. I mean, we're not biased around here, are we?
Not at all.
Okay.
All right, first one. Aaron Rodgers throwing 2 interceptions in one game, and one of them being a pick 6.
Leave that alone.
Why are we leaving this alone?
Because it's A-Rod. I mean, he had a bad day.
He did have a bad day. It's an anomaly. I think it's only his 3rd pick 6 in his entire career.
It's A-Rod. He'll be straight. That man is a magician when it comes to it. Pass it like A-Rod. Dime it to the garbage.
I'll just put it in for a layup. I'm right here.
All right, let's do that.
But yeah, that was an anomaly. It really was.
That ain't happening twice with him.
Now,
if it does...
Yeah, now we got issues.
Yeah, if it does, then we'll talk about it.
Uh-oh, here we go. Coaching decision. Baker Mayfield or Case Keenum?
Give me the ball.
Run with this one. We're running with this one.
Coaching decision. Coaching. Why are you hating on this guy? I mean, if you go to Basement Banter with the Boys Facebook page, I have a stat up there. At age 24, Brett Favre. At age 24, Drew Brees. At age 24, Baker Mayfield. You just go check it out yourself if you don't believe what I'm saying. The man can ball, and he's been through a lot of coaching changes, and he has been... I mean, he opened up the coolers for Northeast Ohio. Remember when we were 0-1 and 31, and we had coolers locked down and beer for everybody?
Yeah, to get their next win.
Because my man came out and won that game. Don't hate on
against
Baker.
the Jets.
I don't care who it was. We was 0-16.
Yeah, at that point, you take a win, period.
I don't care who it was. And this week, it's a bounce back. Watch. Start him this week.
Listen, I'm not saying Baker, but if your ribs affect you that bad where you're going to throw bad decisions or you're going to wince every time the pocket starts to collapse, I think you should just stick with Case. Give Case Keenum a shot to beat the Bengals.
I agree with that. If he is hurting, okay, fine. But we're not leaving. We're not getting off of Baker. Don't act like Baker's career is over in Cleveland. Don't.
And the reason why I think give Baker another week is because Case Keenum knows Stefanski's offense.
I mean, you saw what he did in Minnesota.
Took him to the playoffs. They beat the Saints.
The miracle in Minneapolis was Case Keenum, right?
Yep. So, like, he's a capable backup. I think give Baker another week to rest. Beat the Bengals with him. That's just me.
If he's hurt, I agree with him. If not, we're not moving on from Baker. Play my man. He got some stuff to prove.
Anyways, check out them stats, though, that he's talking
Check those stats out because you'll be surprised. You'll be like, holy shit. I was.
All right. Oh, here we go. Big Ten football starting up this weekend. Actually, already last night.
Hey, by the time this show airs, we'll be watching the Ohio State game.
Yep.
So as soon as you finish the Ohio State game, make sure you get on this episode. Mm-hmm. But, man, I am so pumped about Big Ten. We're running with this subject.
Look, you can tell by his emotions. Last night, Wisconsin smacked Illinois 45-7. So shout out to them.
Put a beat down. So you could tell they was ready to play. The other matchups that we have for you, I got in front of the screen right here, which, I mean, it's Big Ten, so I'm excited about every one of them.
Yep.
It's Rutgers at Michigan State. Nebraska, that they wanted to play super bad. They were one of the teams that was like, we want to play. Well, you got your chance today against the number 5 Buckeye boys.
You think they did that on purpose? How the voting went, and they're like, "Oh, you want to be like that, Nebraska?
Hey, here's your test.
In week 1, you can play Ohio State."
And then we got, I feel sorry for them because we're about to come out, and Justin Fields, he still wants that Heisman. Mm-hmm. So, Iowa at Purdue, we have number 8 Penn State at Indiana, which next week, Penn State, Ohio State. Let's get
Penn State's number 8.
Yep, number 8 in the country as of right now. We got Maryland at Northwestern. And this is the game of the night of the Big Ten, I believe, will be Michigan at Minnesota. Michigan's at 18, Minnesota's at 21. And that's
there we go.
Yeah, that's no easy task for
Michigan. That's a night game.
Yeah, that's a night game. So, Big Ten's back, baby. It's about time. We got Big Ten.
Hey, we're watching that Ohio State game. We're going to watch about the fight we're going to talk about later. This is actually a great Saturday. And then I want to catch that Michigan-Minnesota game. So this is an exciting Saturday.
For sure. I'm happy. I'm happy Big Ten's back. And not only Big Ten, there's a slate of college football games.
To me, this is now college football has actually started. I know we love Ohio State, but it just, now that everyone's actually in there, it actually feels like
the Mountain Conference comes back today. I mean, you're going to see the favorites come out of each conference today because SMU plays Cincinnati, Oklahoma State plays, I forget who they're playing, but that'll be the favorite out of their division. Like, we'll see today. Today is going to define some stuff.
Yep. And Big Ten's the second best conference, maybe first.
Big Ten's the first. We're not biased.
All
Oh, here's another one. Good one. Best undefeated team remaining in the NFL. We got the Titans, the Steelers, and the Seahawks.
Well, you decide what we're going to do with that.
We're running with this one because I think we have a different opinion on this. And actually, they'll be playing each other, so we'll find out. I think the Steelers are the best remaining team. You think
Tennessee is the best remaining team.
Well, we'll find out this Sunday.
We'll
find out tomorrow.
There's another one. I mean, Steelers had a month at home, and now they get to go on the road.
Hey, you can only play with what your schedule is.
Yeah,
but,
well, I understand that, but a month at home, like, come on, bro.
Now, I will say the Titans have some better wins on their resume. Beating the Bills, beating the Texans with the new coach.
Hey, Titans are the real deal, man. That boy Derrick Henry is like a 18-wheeler. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about him later on. He gets to chugging.
My opinion with the Steelers, though, just real quick, I think they're the most balanced team of those three.
Yeah.
Their defense, obviously, is the best of those three. Big Ben has only one pick on the season.
But Big Ben's stats were just as bad as Baker's pretty much in that game.
He didn't need to throw.
I'm just saying.
He didn't throw 2 picks. He didn't throw a pick 6. They were running the ball. I just think that the Steelers are the most balanced team of those three.
He hit me where it hurt.
I'm sorry.
He said right off bat. He didn't need to throw pick 6.
So, hey, Steelers, though, missing Devin Bush.
And Seahawks are out there, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
We can't hate on the Seahawks.
If anybody thinks the Seahawks are the best team, put it in a comment below.
I'm an AFC bias as always, though. Like, I'm the East Coast.
Listen, I love me some Russell Wilson. You know that. DK, Tyler, and them boys. Like I said, the Steelers just have the most balanced team of them.
Tennessee, do it this week.
Shut
their ass up.
Shut their ass
All you Steeler fans out there.
All right, next one up. Jets are the only remaining winless team.
I don't want to even touch that.
You know what? You're touching it now. Let's see it. I'm going to see it. Let's see it. I'm going to tell y'all the truth here.
With sinus surgery.
Anyways, we already know, like, that. Yeah, we ain't talking about
the New York team's trash.
We are not talking about that.
I'm sorry, New York. I'm a Cleveland. I felt your pain, so
He said, I felt it. All right, last topic for this. OBJ being banned from LSU for 2 years. We're not getting into this. We'll just say, come on, OBJ, you handed out money right in front of cameras.
My dude was drunk. He was happy.
He was.
My dude was feeling a little good, smacking security on the butt and all that.
Yeah.
Let him. They won the championship. He was happy.
He was trying to get some, I don't know. But, yeah, I get why they banned him.
I think they should pay college kids, but that's a whole different subject for a whole nother time. But
agreed.
It is what it is. OBJ, that sucks for you, bro.
Yep, for sure.
What are we on to now?
We are on the next segment, which is one of your favorite segments.
Oh.
You got hands?
Oh, you got hands.
In this case, good catch. So the first one for this topic, which I wish I could have had a better picture here.
It's all good. We're working.
Robbie Anderson against the Bears.
My guy has been a pleasant surprise. From the New York Jets, I bet you he's the happiest guy in the world.
Yeah, yep. Jets shouldn't have let him go, but if I'm Robbie Anderson, forget them. I'm out into a better situation.
A beautiful situation because without CMC in there, he's been making these plays all season.
Oh, yeah. DJ Moore really hasn't done much. It's been Robbie Anderson as their number one, hands down.
I mean, go check out the catch because that, like he said, don't do it justice. My guy.
This is a great view, but there's a side view that shows how much he actually stretches out for this catch.
And anyone that says, "Oh, that ain't a hard catch," get out there and try to catch that.
Get out there and try to catch it. All right, so the next one is Logan Thomas, tight end for the Washington football team. He kind of gets a little toe drag swag touchdown in the corner. Nate Burleson, that's for you. But that was a great catch as well. He's got a great matchup. We'll talk about that later against the Cowboys.
That was a beautiful catch. I'll give him that for sure.
You like that? So,
especially with the big boys out there, them tight ends, even though they're receivers.
And he's a converted quarterback.
Is he?
He played quarterback for Virginia Tech.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Good.
Makes me wonder about Tim Tebow sometimes.
Tebow just got the poop end of the deal because, again, a topic we don't get to.
Josh Reynolds. This was Sunday Night Football. Touchdown by Goff to him. Now, if you actually watch this play in full, it could have been pass interference. You kind of see him grabbing him there.
It was pass interference, for sure. But he still had them hands.
Yep. And, if you're getting mauled like that and you still come down with the catch, props.
But my favorite one,
this is your favorite.
Hands,
it was to a defensive player.
The defensive boys. Look at that.
Dan Sorensen. Daniel Sorensen. Dirty Dan.
Danielson.
Danielson.
Yo,
great one-handed catch.
Great one-handed catch. And they don't give defenders enough props, man. Some of them boys got hands out there. It's my dude right here. And who was throwing that ball? He was like, oh, my God.
In fact, last week, KJ Wright had a one-handed catch for an interception.
Yep.
Now, so
2 in a row.
2 weeks in a row, we had a defensive player probably had the best catch of the week.
Yeah, Josh Allen said, son of a bitch, how you get that?
And I know my cousin, shout out to him, he's a big KC fan way before they blew up here. He doesn't really care for Sorensen. He makes a lot of mistakes, but he was happy about this one. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
All right, our next segment is for those people that hate them cops. Be checking for that speedar, that speed radar.
Right, these boys can fly.
As you can see, he's showing up a radar gun. So this is a shout out for all the ones that run fast.
Stay out of the school zones. Stay out of the school zones because you're getting a ticket.
Ain't that the truth?
Let's start with we'll start with the slowest and work our way up to holy shit, that boy can fly.
So we got fast, really fast, and too fast. First up is fast, and this is Christian Kirk on an 80-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, and the way he caught it was just fingertips.
That could have been on You Got Hands too.
It could have. He fingertip catch, and then he turned on them jets, and you see the boys behind him like, I'm not getting it.
So Next Gen Stats, shout out to that website. They marked him at 21.21 miles per hour on the 80-yard catch.
That is crazy to me.
21.21 miles per hour.
I mean, these boys are fast.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to you for being fast, Kirk. And that was kind of his breakout game.
It was. It was about time for fantasy owners that own him.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, where you been? Hello, how you doing?
Second one is really fast. This dude, he put a smack on somebody last week, and now he said, not only am I strong, I am also super fast.
Yeah, my God, that's that 18-wheeler. You get him up to speed, boy, he'll ram through some shit, and then you get him.
I actually saw this play live, 94, and once he broke open, I said, they're not catching him.
I did, too, because he's on my fantasy squad, so I was like, run, boy, run.
Run, boy, run.
Forrest.
He got clocked at 21.62 miles per hour, making him the second fastest time this week on a 94-yard touchdown.
94-yard touchdown. You know how far that is? My dude had to be gassed.
And you know what? They actually put him in, I think, on the next play for a 2-point conversion or something.
That's salute to you NFL players in shape, because I'd have been over there on the sideline with oxygen talking about...
I don't know what he weighs exactly. I'm guessing 230, 235, maybe 240, and you're running 21.62 miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's going to run through you, and then when he hits that second level, it's like I'm telling you, it's like an 18-wheeler. It takes a minute to get up there, but once it's up there, it's gone.
Get out the way.
Yeah, you are not catching this guy.
So, now, our too fast. You got the speeding ticket this week.
Slow down. And this was two of the same team.
Yep.
So they must have some fast cats over there in Arizona.
Yeah, everyone talks about Kansas City. Cardinals got some boys too there.
Yeah, they got some fast cats over there.
So, for too fast of the week, it goes to Kenyon Drake.
He didn't. What did he clock in? It wasn't 21 miles per hour.
He got up to 22.11 miles per hour. On a 69-yard touchdown that really wasn't necessary.
Yeah, and look how he was looking back like...
Yep, this was at the end of the game. This sealed the deal for sure. With like 2 minutes, this put like 2 minutes left. They were up big.
They put the dagger in it. Dallas.
Yep.
Put the dagger in.
So he got our speeding ticket of the week.
Yo, you're too fast. Slow it down.
So Kenyon Drake, you know, if you do want to pay us, we do accept all major credit cards, PayPal.
Right. Pay your fine.
BB with the boys.
BB with the boys on Twitter.
All right, so the next one. We did, some hating. We got hands. You got wheels. We want some respect on our...
Put some respect on my name.
Yep.
Put it on my name. This is your guy coming up on the screen. Put some respect on his name.
Yep. So the next one, which we talked about a couple of times, Kyle Shanahan. We said everyone was hating on the 49ers. I want to give some respect to Shanahan. He's dealing with Jimmy G, who, I'll be honest with you, isn't as good as what he's getting paid for. Kyle Shanahan put on a great game plan against the Rams defense. They looked lost. They looked like they didn't know what to do. He was doing misdirection, screen left, screen right, play action, and you saw the results.
He did. And then you saw the Kittle when he put it on there. Yep. He was wide open. He was doing a little walk-in dance on for him.
Yep.
Like, it was a great game plan. Give the man, put some respect on the man's name, because he took a beating last week of lashing out of why you hating.
Yep.
And this week he said, put some respect on my name and learn not to hate on me.
Yep. And made that NFC West, which is the best division in the NFL, show why. Because the Bengals couldn't do that to the Ravens or the Steelers.
Take it easy.
But the 49ers can do that to the Rams.
We haven't seen that yet.
All right, so the next one we want to give some love because they are actually doing really good, but not talked about much. Is the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. All right, they are 5-1. That defense looks tough, just as tough as it was 2 years ago.
And Nicky Foles is out there.
Nicky Foles is comparable. That's their biggest problem is their offense, which we've known for years. But they look like they might have figured a little something there.
Yeah, I mean, they're clicking. They got it going on right now. And
they stopped Tampa Bay.
Yep.
On Thursday night.
And old Tom Brady still won't shake Nick's hand, and he said he has respect for him and blah, 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 the whole nonsense.
Yeah, I heard that. But as you can see, that they swarmed Teddy Bridgewater all week. He threw a couple picks, too, which is unlike Bridgewater. And they just been balling.
I mean, because Carolina's been doing decent as well, and they shut them down. Like, that defense is out there.
So good job, Bears. Great,
It's a two team race in the NFC North.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Which would be interesting to see them play.
I can't wait for when is that coming up?
Yeah, we do need to check down the schedule. All right, our next two shout-outs, put some respect on my name, are for fantasy reasons. One was his come-out party.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, you like that? And I made sure to find this picture. DeAndre Swift giving the peace sign to everybody in the world, letting them know, I'm here.
I was hating on him. I mean, like, it was AP, it's Kerryon Johnson, it's DeAndre. Who's getting the ball? I mean, come on, like, now...
He had a game-losing drop week 1.
He did.
That cost them the game.
He sure did. I remember that vividly.
I think was that against the Bears? I'd have to look back, but I think it might have been.
I believe so.
So, just to give some stats here, he had 14 carries for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches for 7 yards. Not much. But he had 27.3 fantasy points. Coming out party. Yep.
Welcome to the game.
Yep, and I was actually going against him.
Oh,
sorry, I pulled it out somehow. I didn't deserve the win though. I'll be the first to tell anybody. All right, so our other shout out, he was been getting hated on recently for injuries and just
trade this guy, get him up out of there.
Yep.
Which I still think they should get him out of there because. Get him to a contender at least.
But it is Julio Jones.
Oh, I love the stat lines.
Yeah, I love the stat lines here. So, he's been banged up. That whole offense looked bad. I was predicting Matt Ryan not to be a dud. Julio Jones, 8 catches, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
But that's what he does.
Yep.
When he's healthy and he's out there, like, that's what he does.
Sometimes Calvin Ridley gets his instead, but yeah.
Because they learn to double team that man.
Yep.
But, I mean, that's what he's been doing that since the Alabama days.
Yep.
So,
you're right. So,
hey, put some respect on Julio's name. As long as he's out on that field and he's healthy.
Hey, and if Atlanta's willing to trade him, if you're a team, I don't know how, unless they're asking for some ridiculous deal because I know he is older. But, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing rumors swirling around where Matt Ryan is getting into trade.
Both of them. Yep.
They're talking about Cleveland. I said, pump it.
So, as much as we want to put some respect on these guys' names, the next one is like, oh, man. Like, you went to work.
You should have stayed home.
But you should have stayed home.
You should have stayed home. And, of course.
Oh, the first one?
And, of course. Who is it? None other than my guy. I got to eat crow all week because of this. Baker. Mama didn't raise no wuss. I get it. But there's a time when you just got to use your brain. If you're hurting the team, get off the field.
Yep. I feel like after that pick 6, he probably should have been pulled and said, for rib reasons.
And, I mean, I get it. Stefanski don't want to hurt his ego, but, like, yo, there's a time and place where you just got to help the team. Like, we get it. You should have stayed home, Baker. From injury, from bad decisions. The whole Cleveland Browns offense should have stayed home.
Feels like they did.
Yeah, it looks like they did.
It looks
38
and this pitcher kind of deals with it. And he even came out and said 4-2 has never felt like 0-6.
Yep.
Like,
exactly.
That's how bad they.
So Bengals might be in for it this weekend because
they might be a bounce back, get right game, which we know sometimes happen. Look at the 49ers.
Exactly, and we don't take losing well. With all those personalities in the building.
No, they don't. You saw OBJ getting frustrated.
All
right, so the next one has to do with fantasy, and I actually played against them, so it did kind of help. But Mike Evans.
This goes along with the rich get richer with Antonio Brown. I believe this is going to be you should have stayed home for the next couple of weeks.
This was even last year. He was boom or bust. This year he seems to be boom or bust. He had 1 catch for 10 yards.
Yeah,
2 points. If you do full point PPR.
A couple of weeks ago, the only 2 catches he had was luckily for touchdowns.
Yep, 2 catches for 2 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep, I mean okay, you got your 12 points out of that, but man, you should have stayed home. And Tampa Bay's whole offense is looking that way, that you should have stayed home because you got way too many weapons to spread out, especially with AB now.
Oh, yeah.
And who knows how that poison's going to work.
So he might not, all those weapons. You don't know what week, but Brady should be balling out. Should be Brady. And they're playing the Las Vegas Raiders this week. Oh, man, never mind. We'll get to that later.
Tuck rule.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, our next one's going to be a coach, okay? You should stay home for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you should stay home. You should get fired and just call it and just give your job to somebody else.
Yeah, in fact, this picture works perfect. Adam Gase is here. Greg Williams and him have been button heads. Adam Gase, you should stay home. Greg Williams, you should take over as the interim head coach. You've done it before. You did well with the Browns. I actually thought maybe they should have
kept them
over Freddie Kitchens at least. But yeah, stay home, Adam Gase.
Adam Gase, you're sorry, man. You're going to get rid of Le'Veon Bell. You're going to get rid of Jamal Adams.
Let Robbie Anderson walk.
What are you doing out there? Are you sabotaging them for a reason? Or
overpaid C.J. Mosley.
I don't get it. Go.
Well, that was the GM before they let him go.
I'm not a Jets fan, but I'm standing up for you New York Jets fans because that's some bullshit.
I'm almost starting to wonder that if they're keeping Adam Gase as the head coach to unintentionally tank for Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, tank for Trevor.
Yeah,
it could be, but I feel bad for Darnold, man.
Yeah,
he was a top draft pick, and he's just in a shitty situation right now.
And if Darnold ends up balling out for another team like Tannehill does, it's Adam Gase.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Adam Gase, go home, stay home, please.
So, as much as we're hating on these guys, we also have a segment now called My Bad Bro.
My bad, bro.
Oops.
Oh, my bad, bro.
That is a silly thing, though. So, hey, we gotta be real with our fans. We did a my bad. We did a my bad.
My bad, bro. Fantasy. I made some bad decisions last week.
Yeah, me too. I have to admit it. Mine were Matt Ryan, Chase Edmonds, and Terry McLaurin.
Look at the episode last week. I ain't even gonna bring.
We did the punishment push-ups, but he did say Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns.
We saw how that worked out.
Yeah, he did.
I was pretty accurate on my duds. Yeah. At least it was the studs that I went the wrong way on.
By the way, while this picture's up there, if you do like this video, give it a like.
Yeah, come on, like it, share, comment, subscribe.
YouTube, if you follow Twitter and Facebook.
Yes, sir. And anyone that knows me knows I do music. That's where that comes from.
Yeah. I had to give him a little props. If you haven't heard some of the stuff, we played it last week.
Yeah. You know I'm repping.
You know I'm repping Cleveland Browns. All right, the next one, we're going to switch it up. Baseball. This is the first time we're talking about baseball.
Yo.
But it's for my bad, bro.
My bad, bro. When I heard this, I was dying. I was dying, for real. How you're gonna get the go ahead home run and then dislocate your shoulder on
a celebration.
My bad, bro.
It's the game, like you said.
Cody Bellinger.
In the 7th inning.
I mean, that was that decided the game. They was excited. He was like, yeah, and then he was like, oh wait, what the fuck?
Yep.
He said, oh, my bad, bro. Who's the dude punching him with him? Take it easy, Hernandez.
Yeah, he did talk how he regretted this celebration. He said also in the moment, you just got so much energy that,
Yeah, I mean, this dude swinging like a heavyweight punch out there, dislocating shoulders.
Yep.
My bad, bro. Those are my bad bros for the week, though.
Well, we had one more.
Oh, we did have one.
We had to do
How
it.
could I forget?
This happened Thursday night.
Anyone who saw this Thursday night.
Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes. But he was flying.
Okay, yeah. Props first. You are actually the fastest recorded quarterback so far.
Yep.
On Next Gen Stats.
That's over Lamar.
Yep.
That's over Pat Mahomes. That's
Kyler Murray.
That's over some fast guys. You little Danny Dimes. Turf monster. Got him.
From him explaining, he said he was trying to go to 11th gear when his bike only had 10.
Yeah, you saw his legs get to. I was like, oh, he's going down.
And this picture's perfect. You see him start to fall here, but you also see the distance that he has, and the end zone is coming up.
So. My guy was flying. I mean, he was flying. Give him props for the speed, but, man, you are never going to live this down. This is going to be 50 years. We're going to be in 2070, and they're going to be showing this to clown on my guy. Like,
luckily, they still scored on this drive, but that would have been even worse.
They didn't at first. Yeah. If you remember, it went 1, 2, 3, and a penalty.
Oh,
and then they got a new set of downs that got them scored.
I feel like in the NFL, so many offenses get saved by that.
Yeah, but
they do.
I don't care. Like you had that was a 90-some yard run too, boy. That was a give and go, and he was gone. And my bad, bro.
My bad. All right, so the next one, Any Given Sunday. These are the upsets of the week. Okay, so as you guys know, the movie Any Given Sunday, giving that some props.
Love that movie.
Love that.
One of the best motivational speeches at halftime.
So if you tuned in last week, we actually both were in agreement. We said we believe the Texans would upset the Titans,
which should have happened. Honestly, it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Romeo should have been on my bad, bro, or should have stayed home because what the hell was he doing?
Yep. In fact, we were going to get into it, the decision near the end of the game.
It was the end of the game. It was basically the last drive that put them up. It was going to, if he kicks they score, what was it, 36-29?
They were up 7 at this point.
Up 7 at this point. You kick the extra point, you're going up 8. So they have to score and a 2-point conversion. But he goes for 2.
Goes for 2 to try to make it a 9-score game, to make it a 2-score game, therefore. And I get it, you clench it there. But like you said, kick the extra point, make it 8.
Yeah, make them score that 2-point conversion. Worst could happen is you're going to overtime, which
Ended up happening, yep.
And what happened in overtime,
yep.
They gave it to the old 18-wheeler.
Yeah, old 18-wheeler. Shout out to Tannehill on that great throw to A.J. Brown, too, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Because he didn't clock it, and he threw it into the end zone.
I was thinking in my head, clock it, and he was like, nope.
Yep. Tannehill's balling.
But, yeah, we said this, but it ended up being a close game. And yep. So the actual upset of the week is, and we've talked about it, 49ers over the Rams.
Yep, 49ers over the Rams. No, I didn't see it coming. Nope. I thought the Rams was going to destroy them the way that they've been playing. And
yep.
Your guy.
Yep, shout out Kyle Shanahan. And real quick, I should have mentioned this when we were talking about Shanahan. You noticed the difference. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about it. Anyways, great game plan.
Yeah, that was the upset of the week to me.
Yep, me too. So this one, we're not going to say it's for sure going to happen, but put this on watch.
Check it out.
Cardinals over the Hawks. We think it could happen. We're not saying it will.
It's basically Russ versus Little Russ. Because Kyler Murray is that guy now. Like, he's becoming slowly but surely a Russell Wilson.
Yep. So we do think that this has a possibility of the Cardinals beating them.
And this is his top division over here. We'll see how it goes.
And it also got changed to Sunday Night Football, which actually makes me happy. I'd rather watch this game Sunday Night Football than the Raiders.
Big facts.
Raiders and Bucks, which is going to be a smackdown.
Big facts.
So check out this game if you got a chance. So now we say we're actually going to go with the lame games. These are the games that
put you to sleep.
Take a little nap. Now, our last week one ended up being a close game. You know, with the NFC least.
NFC least. I mean,
Washington football team and the Giants ended up being close.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Not me, because I was sleeping.
But sometimes, and that's the thing, and I tell people, just because a game's close doesn't make it good.
True.
Like, there's just, it could still be a sloppy game, interceptions, turnovers, weird plays.
No excitement.
Yeah, so.
I love those exciting games where it's smash mouth or big plays down the field or turnover after turnover. No, this was.
Yeah. That was. Now, these next two, definitely, because there was so much hype. So much hype in the area for this game.
Again. I got to eat it.
You got to eat
that was so lame. If you're a Browns fan, I'm sure Steelers fans enjoyed it. I'm sure they.
You still got that Febreze?
Oh, yeah, it's over here. Let me get
and just a little bit more. There we go.
Get out of here. God, they stunk.
Yeah, so much hype, and by the end of the first quarter, you knew it was bad.
Yeah, it was a lame game immediately after that.
When did you stop watching? Be real. As a Browns fan, when did you stop watching?
After the drive, because we got the ball after halftime. So I was like, if we come out and we do something,
I get it.
We get it. No, they come some reverse play that they didn't give it to OBJ, and he got a 14-yard loss. Baker got smacked yet again. I was like, this is over.
There you go. You heard it first from the Browns fan.
This is over.
So the next one, which we were hyped about, Rodgers-Brady. We thought this would be a great game of the week.
Man, he came over for this one. We're like, we're ready to sit down, watch it, discuss.
Yep.
Boy, was that boring.
Yep.
What did we end up? Did we even watch that? There was no other games on besides like the Jets and the Dolphins or something.
Yep.
So NFL, like, I saluted you, like.
Yeah, you did, too.
I was like, yeah, great. The only one that turned out to be good was the Kansas City Buffalo game was decent.
Yeah, this game ended up getting way out of hand, which starting to make me wonder that the Buccaneers defense are for real.
I believe so. But what's the lame game of the week this time?
This is our prediction for the lame game of the week. I think this is a safe bet, though.
Yeah, the Bills versus the Adam Gase should have stayed home with the whole offense and everybody.
New York Jets.
I mean, we know what the outcome's going to be.
Yep.
Everyone knows. If for some reason the Jets win this game, which I put my house on it, that it ain't going to happen.
You heard it right here. Put the house on it.
Come collect. I don't believe it's happening. They have nobody.
Start Josh Allen. Start Stephon Diggs, which you ain't going to bench them anyways. Yeah, but I mean, John Brown's out. Cole Beasley should have a decent game.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a little sleeper pick. Gabriel Davis, a rookie receiver for the Bills. Especially when John Brown's out.
Yep, there it is.
So, but anyways, this should be a...
I can't even tell you who the Jets have on offense. Like, for real. They got rid of Le'Veon Bell.
You can't even tell, huh?
Flacco and Gore.
Flacco and Gore. All right, so we usually do a segment called...
You Gosh.
Yep, and where we talk about big hits, whether it be a defender hitting an offense player or O-lineman's putting, some pads. But because of the fight today, we're going to switch it up.
UFC.
Which boy is going to get smacked in this one? So we got Khabib. Make sure you put the Khabib because of the K there. Versus Gaethje.
I'm going with Khabib.
He's going with Khabib. I'm actually going to go with Gaethje.
And there's a little controversy today, or at the weigh-ins. Khabib,
he saw this, I did.
He had to get butt naked, had the towel up, and they hurried up and got that. All them internet trolls that paused the video, they said he came in at 155, but a lot of people saying he didn't make weight.
Oh,
they got him on the scale. They got him off the scale. He was butt naked, and he looked stressed.
That's crazy to think they weigh 155. That's what I weigh, and I'm like, man, look at these guys. Like,
it's going to be a good one. It's out in Dubai, so it's going to start early. It's at 2
what
p.m.
was it? 2 p.m. is when the fights start.
Yeah, that's the undercard. It starts at 2 p.m., so around 4 p.m. you're going to see the main event.
Which is great for me because UFC, I hate how late the fights start. The main event, I mean, I get it. It's usually out west in Vegas.
Yeah.
But, man, dude, a midnight, 1 p.m.
But we're going to see who gets smacked.
Habib, 28-0. Gaethje, 22-2.
Yeah, a lot of people think Gaethje's going to get it, though.
Habib, known for getting you, grappling you, making you submit. Gaethje actually has he's actually grew up with wrestling first. Then he got better at striking. So if Gaethje can keep Habib away.
I believe it's going to end with the...
Night-night?
Night-night.
What? Oh, sleeper hold?
No, a knockout.
Habib ain't knocking Gaethje out.
Yes, he is.
He ain't got the hands like that.
Yes, he is.
He's 28-0 because he submits people. Listen.
You heard it first. Smack category.
If anybody's knocking anybody out, it's Gaethje. Just saying.
There's an O up there for a reason.
28-0?
Yeah. Oh.
It's because he makes people submit.
We'll see.
He might make them go to sleep that way.
The smack category.
The smack category for sure.
There's going to be one of them foot to the head. Them boys get quick.
So now we're going to preview all the games football coming up. We got to preview OH. Yep, because they're back. So excited. This is a noon game. By the time this airs, this game already started.
By the time this airs, Ohio State's going to have about 40 points up on them.
We're going to be upstairs watching this game as this is downloading to, you know.
Yeah. What do you think the prediction is going to be? Because Nebraska wanted to play. And I'm sorry, Nebraska, you're about to get put to work.
Yep. I hope so. I think so. But because of this whole COVID thing, I am a little more nervous than I would be. The first game.
Honestly, there's some traditions that they're not going to dot the I.
Oh,
they're not going to have fans in the stadiums. But I don't care. It's Ohio State. We're top 5 for a reason. We feel like we're rubbing shoulders with the big dogs already. We ain't even played yet.
Justin Fields, Heisman, a candidate. So hopefully he balls out. He only threw 3 picks last year. One of them was at the very end, which had to do with his receiver falling down. I think Awuzie, or not Awuzie, I can't think of the receiver at the moment. Lavier.
Yeah, Lavier.
I think he'll have, he keeps trending upward.
What about them running backs? Transfer.
Yes. Transfer from Oklahoma. If he stays healthy, baller. Master Teague, I'm kind of shaky on.
Hey, we produce some pretty good running backs.
We do.
I mean, just saying.
Yep.
Ohio State. We're back, baby.
Give me a score. Give me a score.
Give you a score?
Give us a score.
70-14.
I'm writing that down.
70-14 OHIO.
Oh, man. All right. Now I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say 48-17.
48-17. You are underestimating them.
It's the first game. I don't know what to expect. I need to watch it, man. I need to watch it.
You're going to watch it. It's going to be a blowout, but I'm going to allow every second of it.
I hope you're right. What was the score? The Clemson smacked Georgia Tech 70-7 or something.
We could rub shoulders. Like I'm saying, we're up there with the big dogs.
You're up
Clemson,
there.
We're coming for you this year. I don't give a shit about none of y'all.
Now, before we do the NFL picks, we're going to do the All Eyes on Me category.
All eyes on me.
And these are for the games that we think you should watch. Now, we were wrong last week of 2 of the 3, but
it happens.
It happens.
It happens. Who we got up first?
Up first, 2 undefeated football teams.
I mean, if you ain't watching this,
your Tennessee Titans. I'm kidding. But
I'm taking the Tennessee out of unbeaten.
And we'll get more into that here later in the pick. But we got the Titans versus the Steelers, 2 undefeated teams.
I mean, it should be up.
Got a great running team versus a great run defense.
Strength versus strength. I mean, last week it was strength versus strength, and Steelers shut us down. So could they do the same with old Big
Now,
Henry?
I think what helps out the Steelers a lot is Taylor Lewan's out for the season.
Yeah, but so is their middle linebacker.
Devin Bush. But if you told me which affects who more, I'm going to go with Taylor Lewan.
And this is Steelers' first away game since week 1.
Yeah,
since week 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, away ain't like it usually is.
I don't care. It's still, you got to travel. You got to do all that. We'll see how they come out. Because I don't have faith in Big Ben like everyone else.
But anyways,
does.
definitely check this game out. 2 undefeated teams. Only 1 will be remaining after this game.
And I don't have faith in Mapletron either. Yeah, I said it.
Mapletron. He'd be hating on him. My dad calls him Carpool. I said, it's Claypool. It's Claypool.
That's what I'm going to start calling him. Sherm. Carpool.
All right, the next game. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad, bro. All right.
My bad, bro. What you doing?
Yeah, this is actually moved to a Sunday night game.
Hey, like I said, Big Russ versus Little Russ.
It really is. So, yep.
I'm excited about this game.
Seahawks versus Cardinals.
If Cardinals could pull the upset on this, like they're going to be, you better start respecting them. Put some respect on their name because Seahawks undefeated.
Maybe even a preview for next week if that happens, of course.
Yeah, I'm saying.
DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. I do know that the Cardinals actually gave Russell Wilson and this team a little bit of fits last year, but I know that's last year. This is this year, and Russ has been cooking up to this point. So.
Hey, and like I said, like DK Metcalf will be looking across the sideline, and Hopkins will be looking back. Who's going to have the bigger game? Like, they want to ball out.
Right now, they said Hopkins has an ankle injury, might be a game time decision. But if we know the history of Hopkins, he usually rests during the week. And
he's playing,
and most likely playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
I saw him at the end of the Cowboys game after that Kenyon Drake run. He looked fine. He was laughing it up. I think they're just giving him rest.
They're doing he's hurt until game time, and then he's going to come out and ball out.
But this is definitely a game you need to watch.
Watch it. Definitely. All eyes on those 2 games for sure. What do we got left?
All right, this is the Monday night game. This is the Bears versus the Rams.
5-1.
Versus 4-2.
4-2. Who you got?
Rams coming off a big loss against the 49ers, so you know they want to get right.
And the Bears want to keep that momentum swinging because they cannot afford to stumble with Green Bay on their tails.
And you see this, 2 of the top, I don't know if they're the top now, but 2 of the more top-paid defensive players. Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald.
You saw what Khalil Mack did to Tom Brady.
Yep,
he was in his face crawling, and then Aaron Donald, 4 sacks in 1 game.
Yep, that was against the Washington football team.
Yep.
Last time, so I'm interested because I'm big into coaches. I think they affect the game more than people realize. It's basically, in my opinion, the Bears' defense versus McVay's offense.
True.
Because of how McVay runs with the sweeps and the
eye candy.
He does. Goff, last time he played the Bears, it wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. Bad game. Horrible game. Multiple picks. I think he ended up with like 2 fantasy points, 3 fantasy points.
That's going to come up in the selection here in a little bit.
So we'll see.
He gave you a little preview of what I was going to say.
Now, you could turn around and say the Bears offense versus the Rams defense, so we'll see.
Strength versus strength. Here's another one, 5-1, 4-2. Let's get it.
Yeah.
It's another all eyes on me. Those should be 3 good games this weekend.
Should be.
But We said that last weekend.
Yep.
1 for 3.
It happens. All right, so we're going to switch it up for all you fantasy people because I love some fantasy.
I love some fantasy.
We love some fantasy.
Speaking of some fantasy.
Yep, we're in a Dynasty League together, and then we also do a Season League too because, I mean, Dynasty's fun, but it's also good to redraft every year.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got our studs and duds of the week for each position, okay? First up is quarterback. What you got for me? You going with the stud first or the dud first?
I'm going to go with stud, and that's going to be my man Herbie.
Herbie.
Herbert from the L.A. Chargers. He has been up against the likes of Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Who else did he? Pat Mahomes. So he's had Hall of Famers. He gets a mediocre matchup this week at Jacksonville, and I believe he's going to ball out. They predict him to have 22.4. Start that kid, that little pimply-faced, quiet kid, because he's an assassin.
He's an assassin. So that's his stud. My stud is going to be Kyle Allen against the Cowboys.
Against the Cowboys is a Sherlock.
I mean, I know it's Kyle Allen, so you're like, but it's the Cowboys. They
suck.
Their defense is bad.
They suck,
Their defense is bad. So that's why, listen, if you're desperate because maybe you lost Dak Prescott, or if you play daily fantasy, that he's cheap.
The Cowboys, hey, shout out, anyone local around here, shout out Warren G. Harding. They could probably do better. They could probably do better. They just won their playoff game last night against Fitch.
Oh, there you go. Shout out Warren G. Harding.
They could probably stop offenses better than Dallas can.
Or they might be able to score on the
I believe whoever is playing Dallas, put him in. Listen to the guy.
Though I did say Chase Edmonds last week, and that didn't work out.
Well.
All right, so my dud for quarterback, I'm going to go, and you just heard me talk about it, Jared Goff against the Bears. He was bad last time. His projections this week, I would think, will definitely be lower than what he is projected.
What's he projected?
I'm not sure at the moment.
Oh, okay.
You might have to look it up.
My dud is, we've been giving him props, putting respect on everybody's name, but Jimmy G, because he's going back into New England. He's projected to get 21.22, and Bill Belichick usually shuts people down. It's like Bill Belichick and then everybody else. He let go of you for a reason, and he's going to show you why. That you weren't the backup.
I think that's a safe pick. Yeah.
So
he knows your weaknesses. He knows your strengths.
And like I said, he was the backup in New England to Tom Brady. He was supposed to be his predecessor or whatever you call that. And then he said, goodbye, see you later. Bag of chips.
That's a topic for another day. It seemed like that was more craft.
Yeah, okay, but it's always Bill Belichick. He knows how to shut people down, and that's coming up in a minute, too. So who you got for your stud on the running back?
So switching to the running back position, my stud, he had a great week this week, and I think he'll beat his projection, which I think is around 13-14, is DeAndre Swift against the ATL Falcons. They're not good against the run.
No,
They're up there with the Cowboys with defenses that stink. So mine is DeAndre Swift outbeating his projection of 14 points.
And my stud, I'm going to have to, hometown team, Kareem Hunt. It's a bounce back. He's projected 19.22. He's going to get every single point of that. He's going to be out of the backfield catching. He's going to be running through the tackle. Hey, he got shut down last week. That's not happening 2 times in a row.
And I don't know what he scored. He played Bengals, that one Thursday night. Him and Chubb scored almost 30 points apiece.
And Chubb's gone, so.
Yeah, it's Hunt.
It's Hunt time, baby. Let's go hunt some Bengals.
Maybe here's a sleeper here. Maybe if you're desperate at running back, Dearness Johnson, because we know how much the Browns love to run the ball.
Yep, but I believe they're going to throw a lot more this game, just to shut people up and let Baker get his little shine back.
Gotcha. All right, so what's your dud now for running back?
My dud is Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Helaire? Oh, you're not going to be Joe Buck?
No.
He kept saying Helaire.
No, it's Helaire.
Joe Buck. Listen, sorry.
Joseph.
When everyone says Helaire and you're supposed to be a top
broadcasting, and a Hall of Famer,
and you keep mispronouncing, it's almost like you're doing it intentional.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I hate Joe Suck. Yeah. Anyone in Northeast Ohio hates Joe Suck.
He does get a lot of hate. Anyway.
But Le'Veon Bell is part of the Chiefs' offense now, and I'm sure they're going to get him well comfortable in there, hand him the ball, throw him the ball. It's going to take touches away from Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Mr. Buck.
Helaire. Chocolate Helaire?
So that's my dud of the week. Don't put him in. I'm telling you, it's going to be a mistake.
It's going to be hard not to, depending on your buy situation. My dud, and I had this down before this whole COVID stuff hit and the Trent Brown thing. I had Jacobs against the Bucs. I'm not saying bench him. If you got to play Jacobs, I get it. He was probably your second-round pick. So if you want to play him, I get it, but lower expectations because that Buck defense shut down Aaron Jones. And if they're missing O-linemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. That's a good dud pick.
Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul, Ndamukong Suh.
It's ridiculous. Their line is like full of old-time dudes that used to be studs.
Not to mention Levante David, and I can't remember the other.
Shaq Barrett.
Yep. But they drafted that one
Winfield, the safety out of there. Like, he's a baller. Yep. Like, man, they're stacked.
So Josh Jacobs, if you got to play him, I get it, but lower expectations.
So swing it to the duds of the wide receiver. Who you got?
Oh, people might think I'm crazy here, going out on a limb here, but hear me out before you totally call me out on this. I think you even laughed at me when
I did laugh.
Michael Thomas against Carolina. He is projected 19.11. I did write that one down. I believe he'll get lower than this. He hasn't played since week 1. Okay? He is now all of a sudden dealing with a hamstring injury on top of that ankle he's coming out. I don't know if you heard that. He's actually maybe a game time decision, depending. I'd have to look it up at the news more recently. And then Carolina actually is 30th against wide receivers. They don't let up a whole lot against receivers.
But he is one of these guys. And he did just punch somebody in the face, and he got something to prove.
You know what I just thought? I said Terry McLaurin's a dud last week.
Why
Michael Thomas, and I got Ohio State right here.
Why are you hating on my
There's
guys?
A trend here, huh? There's a trend.
Okay, who's my dud? Since I don't believe in the kid yet. Like, he had one breakout game, Mapletron.
He had 2.
What's 2? 2 what? He had 4 touchdowns in one game, and then 1 touchdown against the Browns. That's average as shit. Like, why are you naming him after Megatron? First off,
listen. Comments below if you see more than one good game by Mapletron, aka Claypool.
One good game he had. He had an amazing game against the Philadelphia Eagles where he scored 4 times. Other than that, stop it. The rookie of the year.
He had 2 last week, didn't he?
1
last week. He could have had 2. He got tackled at the 1.
And Justin Jefferson is the wide receiver that should be on lookout for rookies of the year. I don't have faith in this kid yet. Like, stop with the Mapletron. Stop. Like, he's not Calvin Johnson level. He might be big. I don't believe in you. 13.1, you're getting less than that. He's getting shut down by Tennessee.
Claypool. No.
Carpool.
And what's funny is my dad wasn't even doing that intentionally.
Carpool, but thank you, Sherm. I'm taking that with it and running with it.
All right, so what's your stud receiver now?
My stud is... Okay, we talk about how bad Dallas defense is. Let's switch it back to the offense. Even though Dak's out, they have weapons. I'm going with Cooper. It's either hit or miss with him. They're projecting 16.10. He's getting that.
He's getting that?
He's getting that.
Against the Washington football team? I can see that.
I don't believe that they're stopping him. One of them boys are going to ball out, and it's usually more than one, so Coop's getting his this week.
That's an interesting pick by him. All right, mine is a bounce-back game. Last week was the first time he didn't score a touchdown. Tyreek Hill against the Denver Broncos.
Oh, cheetah.
He's projected 15.47. I'm thinking 20+.
I see that. I see that, but that is a division game.
Yeah, that is. But they don't have those corners that they used to have.
No, they don't.
And he didn't score last week. I think this is a bounce-back game. He only had like 5.5 last week.
So you're saying 20+.
20+.
20+. You heard it live and direct.
What sounds more crazy? Tyreek Hill scoring 20 or Claypool having a bad game? Let's be real.
We'll see punishment push-ups on Wednesday.
Start that. All right, so what's your... you want me to go or you go?
Go ahead. You take it away. Stud, tight end.
Oh, you guys are going to think I'm crazy here. Listen, tight end position can get really thin, especially if you're in a deep dynasty like us, or if you play daily fantasy and you want a low-cost tight end here. Hear me out before you think I'm crazy. Ian Thomas, tight end for... You're probably like, who? Tight end for the Carolina Panthers, okay? Reason why. The New Orleans Saints.
He's fishing out there.
Yeah, maybe I should go pick him up and start him against him. We'll get to that in a second. But Ian Thomas, the New Orleans Saints are the worst against tight ends in fantasy. The worst. 32nd. They let up the most points to tight ends. Here's another stat for you. Saints have allowed a touchdown by a tight end in every game this year.
Every game?
Every game this year. So I am following that trend one more week. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
You heard it. Ian Thomas is what he said. I let him go in my fantasy because he's been a no-show.
Yep.
But my stud tight end is going to be, we're going to have another sighting of Gronk. We talk about the rich get richer. Well, you know Brady got to get his boy involved. They're saying 9.3. He's getting at least a touchdown. He's getting at least 4 catches. We're going to see another Gronk sighting. spiking it in the end zone. He's getting over.
You did notice he had to spike with his left, though. And Bruce Arians mentioned his right shoulder is bothering him.
He's always hurt.
He's always hurt.
Gronk is always hurt, but you'll see another sighting. Gronker.
Now, dud, I'm going to make you speak this first. You stole my dud, so I had to come and pick a different dud. Go ahead. Who's your dud?
Hey, diddle, Kittle up the middle. Not this week.
Not this week?
Sorry. Nope. I mean, we was talking about giving respect to the San Francisco, but like I said, Bill Belichick has a way of shutting your best players down.
If there's one player they're going to try to take away, it's him.
It's going to be him. So
you think they'll put Gilmore on him a lot?
They could. They'll run them dime coverage, and they'll have more cornerbacks out there than
linebackers.
They're not worried about the run. I'm telling you, he's good at shutting people. He's good at shutting your players down. And Kittle,
I can see that.
Not today.
He picked Jimmy G. He picked George Kittle. Sounds like he's hating on the 49ers again.
Maybe. My bad, bro.
My dud, and I'm actually going against him, and I might jinx myself, but we'll see. Jonnu Smith, Tennessee Titans against the Steelers.
Not gonna happen.
Steelers defense gonna hold him down, but here's another reason why I'm a little concerned. That ankle.
Yeah.
Does it pop back up? And then Frisker, who actually balled out last week.
He did ball out. I picked him up just in case Jonnu was going down.
So that's another reason why. I think Jonnu will have a little bit, which he's been balling.
But while we're on the topic of fantasy.
I don't even know if I can get it. We can see.
While we're on the topic, we don't have to do it right now. But we're playing each other in our Dynasty League.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Right now, it is 16-12. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can
16.3 to 12.3 because my guys put in Ward at the last minute. I was like, wait a minute.
Who's that guy?
I said, how is he scoring on a Thursday night? And, of course, he caught the touchdown.
He did catch the touchdown over Fulgham.
Okay, Fulgham. He had 3 opportunities to catch a touchdown. And
he did.
Every time.
And then he caught one and was running down the sideline, got tackled.
Oh, come on. It's all right. Who is winning, ladies and gentlemen? Tell us who your pick. We got a loser cap on that, right?
Yeah, we're going to wear a dunch hat next week.
All right, so whoever wins this is going to have to wear the loser cap for the segment.
Which, I don't know, we'll have to talk more about this. Next week's Halloween, so maybe we might have to wear the hat with a costume, or maybe make them wear the costume. I don't know.
Well, you guys decide what we're going to do. But there's a loser hat involved, and he's going to have to wear it.
As you can see right now, the projection, which we know that doesn't always happen, 136 to 121, 62% chance to 38%, but that's just after Thursday night.
And Jonnu Smith is my tight end.
Now, unless this changes, I got Russell Wilson. He's got Teddy Bridgewater.
No, mine's stuck because I was going to have Ben, but I don't believe. I believe, like I said, Tennessee's the better team. I don't believe in Ben. Teddy, go get it.
Hopkins versus OBJ. We'll see how that plays out. OBJ could definitely have a big game.
Bounce back.
Your running back situation, I have Dalvin Cook and Madison. They're on a bye. I have Montgomery and James Robinson. I like yours a lot better. Derrick Henry.
18-wheeler.
Derrick Henry and Chris Carson. So I could definitely see your running backs helping you there. Tight end, I'm basically just hoping for a...
He's wishing and a praying.
It ain't that bad. Time out. Logan Thomas against the Cowboys ain't that bad.
No, it's not.
But he's got Jonnu Smith, which has been balling.
And if Jonnu does go down, I have that Frisker guy just in the backup in the wings.
Gotcha. So, we'll see. Why, is he a game-time decision?
He was questionable. I don't know if he still is.
I don't see no question still, but you never know. It could come up. Tyler Lockett, he's got Robbie Anderson. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett scares me.
Yep. And then Hunter Renfrow, which I might switch out, but I ain't telling you who or when, against Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has been balling since the new coach. So
he has.
Good play.
I might switch him out as well. And I'm not going to tell you who.
I already know, bro. Hey, Allen Robinson. Why is he on his bench, guys? Ask him that.
Because of the Rams defense. We're talking about strength versus strength.
Jalen Ramsey?
I never bench A-Rob, but I did this week. And if it proves to be deadly, I'll never do it again.
Never do it again. Anyways, guys, if you get a moment, comment down below who you think's going to win.
Just put my name down. Lyte.
Lyte. Oh, wrong one. My bad again. All right, so next up is our NFL Pick'ems. Love this picture.
Picks of the week. I do too. That's a nice little good job.
Picks of the week. Okay, to recap, last week I went 8-6. You went
7-7.
So I'm up. We're gonna keep track all year long, or for the rest of the year.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll come up. Maybe you guys can help us come up with something for the loser on that.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna keep track and.
Are we counting this one? I did have Philly check.
I had Philly check.
So okay, we did get one there.
That's an even game.
Gotcha. which was a good pick, but that ended up being a close game.
Yes, sir. So, who you got for Pittsburgh, Tennessee? Let's jump
right
in.
Pittsburgh, Tennessee. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I told you they're the more balanced team. Taylor the one out, I think, affects the Tennessee Titans more.
You already know I'm going Tennessee. I said they're the best undefeated team. They're staying undefeated.
I think if the Steelers win, you should have to wear something Steelers. But
I don't know if I
can
do that.
I can't let you do that.
I don't know if I can do that.
I can't. Anyways, all right. So you got Tennessee. I got Pittsburgh. That's a game right there.
Yep.
Hey, all eyes on me.
All eyes on me.
All right, Cleveland at Cincinnati. Who you got for that one?
You got to ask me who I got for that one.
That's why I did it.
Do you got to ask me who I have for that one? I'm repping my man.
I'm not going to lie. So he's got Cleveland. I actually had Cleveland checked. I switched it to the Bengals. Austin Hooper's out. I think that plays slight factor. But so is Joe Mixon, so that might hurt my decision. I think we're going to see Baker's ribs are going to continue to bother him.
But we're going to see Kareem. They can't stop the run like Pittsburgh can.
No, that's true.
And I promise you that they're going to run that ball.
That's
and OBJ, they're going to have the little trick plays in there. Watch. It's going to be a bounce-back game.
I hope Browns win. I really do. But there's just something that's leaning me towards the Bengals.
Oh, that's probably indigestion.
Dumb.
That's not a gut feeling. That's indigestion. Get to the bathroom.
All right, next game. We got Buffalo at New York. Lame game of the week. I probably don't even got to ask you. You got the Jets, right?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Buffalo. We both got Buffalo.
We both got Buffalo.
Skip to the next one.
All right, go ahead.
Carolina at New Orleans. I'm going. That's my second favorite team. That's my home away from home. Carolina, baby. And who do you have? That's another switch up, right?
Yeah, I got New Orleans. Now I do have Michael Thomas questionable because I don't know the update. But you know what? I still trust New Orleans with Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders. Carolina's run defense very bad. Latavius Murray might even get some yards and touchdown.
But he got the Ian Thomas as the work.
So he scores one touchdown. Doesn't mean the Saints lose.
Carolina, Teddy. And Teddy's coming back as a backup from New Orleans.
That's true.
He was there last year. He's about to ball out. Watch.
Which tells me they know what Teddy can do and can't do. Just saying.
Oh, we'll see. There's another one. Oh, this is good. We switching up here.
All right. Detroit at Atlanta. I'm going to go give Matt Ryan, give Julio, give them boys some love. I think they put up some high points again. Give me Atlanta Falcons.
You know what? I was going back and forth on this one, but I got ATL too, just because Matt Stafford is like a hit or miss. He scares me all the time.
Scares you?
Yeah, so I'm going Atlanta. If it was in Detroit, I'd probably swing with Detroit, but it's not, so we're going with Atlanta.
Holler at, if you play daily fantasy, I like Kenny Golladay this week. I like that.
Good.
All right, go ahead.
Dallas at Washington. Who's everybody got? You got Dallas. Everyone got Dallas.
You taking Dallas?
Oh, you got Washington.
I got Washington.
Shocker.
Yes, I know. Dallas, and I know I got a couple family members. They love them some Dallas. And if they win, don't dare. The media, especially BSPN.
Bullshit network.
They will immediately start talking about the Cowboys.
They're going to talk about the Cowboys win or lose, and that's all they ever talk about. But Dallas is not like they're fighting for first place with.
They're fighting with their own team. We don't like Mike McCarthy. We don't like Mike Nolan. They don't coach us up.
Yeah. Washington ain't going to do it.
Ron Rivera.
Unless they bring Alex Smith off of the bench again, they're not doing it.
All right. So you heard it. He's got the Cowboys. I got Washington football team.
Who you got at this next one?
All right, Green Bay at Houston. I starred this one in the middle. I'll be honest with you. I don't care if Texans only have one win on the season. They're a good football team.
Yeah.
But Green Bay bouncing back after a bad loss. I like Green Bay slightly in this one. Give me the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers as well. Aaron Rodgers ain't going down 2 times in a row.
No? Hey, no, Aaron Jones got on the injury report late this week, so keep an eye on him if you have him in fantasy, or he could play a factor in this game. Period.
Nice little stat.
So, go ahead.
Seattle.
Oh, let's get that one.
Oh, yeah. We'll go Jacksonville versus LA Chargers. You already know I'm taking my man Herbie.
Herbie.
The pimple-faced quiet kid that just be leading against Hall of Famers.
Jacksonville's defense is struggling. I also got the Chargers in that game, too.
Okay, so where are we at now?
Kansas City at Denver. I got Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Gotcha. Easy pick 'em there. San Fran at New England.
I'm taking them Belichick boys.
He's taking New England. Wow. Cam looked shaky last week, and that was against Denver. I'm going to go with the 49ers on this one.
Are you? I don't think Cam has another game like that, honestly.
He might not.
And we'll see. Like I said, they shut their main players down, and their main players are Kittle, and they're going to show Garoppolo why you should have been benched.
You know what I did notice, though? That's West Coast going all the way to the East Coast.
It is.
On 425.
And it was supposed to be a night game, so they pushed it up.
Yep, they did. They did.
Oh, no, that wasn't the night
it's the
game.
next one.
No, my bad.
This is the next one. Which I'm looking at these 4 o'clock games. They don't look very good.
No, there's not.
I mean, maybe the Chargers Jacksonville could be a shootout. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa, Las Vegas.
Yep, Tampa, Las Vegas. I got Tampa Bay. You got
Tampa.
No, that's not what you got checked.
Tampa.
All right.
Tampa Bay. I'm not. No, we're just talking about the defense.
Yeah.
We're talking about the rich get richer, even though the tuck rule was invented when they played John Gruden last time and Brady.
That's true.
It could be some payback.
Trent Brown left with COVID. He's ruled out. That whole O-line has been missing practice. Who knows if more COVID tests come up. I wouldn't be shocked if they say this game is canceled or moved to Tuesday. Yep. Like, seriously.
Yep.
So I do.
All right, so let's jump back up to the Seattle versus Arizona. I'm going Seattle.
Oh, I got Seattle picked too, but man, this Arizona game, this game right here, I'm excited about for Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, that should be a good
Wilson and Murray, DK versus Hopkins, Buda Baker. He's a good defense player. Jamal Adams is. I don't know if he's back. Check on that.
It don't matter if he's back. Seattle's taking this one because they're sweet, man.
They're sweet. Why didn't you pick them as the best undefeated team then?
Because I'm AFC biased. I told you that. And Tennessee.
Biased. Objectivity, subjectivity.
And last game of the week, Monday nighter, is the Chicago versus the Rams. Here's a difference of opinion.
Oh, hey.
The Bears.
He's picking the Bears, going to defense. Listen, I went back and forth too. Rams are pissed off.
Better pissed off than pissed on, which they're about to be.
Oh, I like it. But Chicago Bears, I do like their defense. However, I just feel like their offense is going to cause some issues for them, and the Rams are going to pull this one out.
Yeah, and the teams that's on a bye this week is Baltimore, the Colts, Minnesota, and Miami. And how about Miami? Speaking of Miami, your boys and Tua.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that a little more next week. Yeah. I don't like the call already.
I mean, what Fitz do? Who knows? We'll talk about it next week.
Definitely.
All right, so those are the picks of the week, and we got some difference of opinions.
Yes, we do.
Pick your games, pick your favorite games, pick who you think's going to win, and remember, I spell my name Lyte.
Lyte. I spell my last name Win. All right, so one of the last things we do, special shout-outs. These are people that we think deserve special shout-outs for various reasons.
And this is hard for me. This is a hard one. I don't want to do this one, but I got to give them props.
Here, hold up. I don't think... Yep, you are up first.
Yes, I'm up first. And this is hard, man. I don't want to do it. Steelers, D-line, like, they're the real deal. They're the real deal. Like, they're the steel curtain.
Dupree, T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward.
So all my Steelers fans that I bicker back and forth with, you know that I hate your team with a burning passion. I do have to give you props. They are the real deal. It's ridiculous, man. Like, we'll find out really what they're made of with that 18-wheeler coming down the lane this Sunday.
Hey, as much as he loves himself some Browns and he hates himself some Steelers, he has given them a shout-out, so I do respect you for that.
It's painful.
All right, next one, which I kind of feel bad. We've given maybe too many shout-outs, is Kyle Shanahan.
This is his guy.
Listen, I was going to talk about this earlier. I'm going to talk about it now. Notice what happened to the Matt Ryan and the Falcons after he left Atlanta. Matt Ryan had an MVP season. He leaves, hasn't been quite the same.
Were they not in the Super Bowl with Shanahan?
Yeah.
Were they not in the Super Bowl up against New England? Yeah, I mean.
Now, you could say Shanahan caused the loss against the Falcons because he was up, and he lost against the Chiefs because he was up, but you also say he was going against Brady and Mahomes.
Yep.
So, but I just want to give him props for that great game plan. I watched that game, and I was just like, man, that offense was... At one point, Jimmy G, average yard per attempt was -2 yards.
That's
behind the line of scrimmage. They're still moving the ball. Yeah. So...
shout out. Shanahan, that's your guy. But, hey, everyone needs to shout out these next people coming up.
Well, next one. We are so thankful for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yes, Tampa. Even though I don't care who wins the World Series.
I don't either, but thank you.
Thank you for getting Houston's cheating asses up out of there. Like, I was so mad that they came back for a Game 7. I'm like, I swear to God, if they let them get to the World Series again, cheaters, man.
And you know they would have been like, see, karma, we didn't cheat like you guys think we did. We got here without the cheating.
Tampa,
thank you.
Out,
and go ahead.
even though Tampa right now is like they on top of the world, they're like the sports capital of the world right now. They're feeling
with the Buccaneers, yep. But shout out to them. They're in a tough division. Listen, baseball's no salary cap, and they got the Yankees and the Red Sox who spend money for everything. Doesn't matter. They overpay all the time.
Shout out.
And yet here they are in the World Series.
Yep. Even though it was a messed up season and shit happens.
But still.
They're there.
Thank you for not letting the Astros
Thank you for not letting Houston get there. Houston, cheaters.
And then Dodgers are now up 2-1.
Yep, and then we'll see what happens. But like I said, I have no bias of who wins this. I don't care. The World Series, it is what it is.
Does Clayton Kershaw finally get his World Series?
Could be.
Could be.
I know I got a buddy on Facebook that he's a diehard Dodgers.
Diehard, huh? All right, so next one is question of the week. Last week I asked the question. The answer was...
Andy Red Rifle Dalton.
Yep, he threw for that few yards, no touchdowns, and had the W.
Andy Red Rifle Dalton was the answer to last week's question, so give him this week's question.
This week's question, Derrick Henry, with his performance last week, he ties 3 other Hall of Fame running backs, Hall of Famers, with 3 career games of rushing for over 200 yards and getting 2 or more touchdowns. Can you name the other 3 Hall of Fame running backs that had 3 games of over 200 yards and more, or 2 touchdowns or more?
Remember, comment below. Don't use Google. If you're a sports fan...
These really aren't that hard, honestly, too. Like, if you know your Hall of Fame running backs...
Comment below. Mm-hmm. Comment below. Anyway, that's that week's question. And that's the show, right?
That's the show already. It goes by quick.
All right. That's a big shout out to everybody that tuned in.
Thank you.
Keep it coming, man. Keep the comments coming. I enjoy it. Appreciate you sitting with me.
Yeah, appreciate this moment. Thank you for everybody that's either watched, clicked, or gave us, comments or gave us suggestions. Thank you. Please start following us.
Yeah, Facebook page is Basement Banter with the Boys. Just look it up in the search bar. It'll take you right to it. On Twitter, what is it?
BB with the Boys, because we couldn't fit Basement Banter.
Yeah, at BB with the Boys. And then we're on YouTube. Eventually, we're going to have our own website and everything like that. But as of right now, get on there, follow us, like, share, get us out there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next week. And remember, OH.
IO.
Let's go.
Hey, from the 330 to your area code.